Noble Hospital, and Bay State Health. Better together.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Wednesday mornings from 6 till 8, it's Tina Gorman with Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
See that, Kathy? 8'10" and a half. And you can't even say to me, yes, Ken, because you don't even have a microphone in front of you.
I did that on purpose. I just said I'm staying off mic to hear you.
It's the 9th day of April. In the year 2019, Anno Domini, this is the Den Ken's Den.
The views expressed by the host during his monologue, he's already warned us, that's the problem, are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, take note, the Radio Club of WSKB,
take note,
or Underwriters,
take note,
continue to take note,
or JPEG Luca rushing to his car to hear this doozy. And now...
You know what, Pete?
Oh boy, that was a big one.
A few months back, I was bitching about how there hasn't been any good challenges lately. You know, like planking or Tide Pods. One came and went about as quick as it showed up. The 10-year challenge.
10-year challenge?
You would post. You would post on social media a current photo and a photo of you that was 10 years older.
Yeah.
Lame. It was called a challenge, but there was no challenge to it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, people would see how much of a big fat pig you might have turned into, or how you lost your hair.
Yeah.
Hey.
But a challenge it was not.
Okay.
Vain people who have lost weight have been doing this for years already on social media.
It's true. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
And now, the latest one.
Oh, no.
The car alarm challenge.
What,
I'm not asking.
That one got
I told you I should have stayed off mic for this one.
Somebody just messed around on a keyboard.
Yep, that's it. You try to imitate the sound of a car alarm.
That's people?
Should we all take our own chance?
That's people?
This was on Regis and Kathy Lee the other morning, too. Where the hell is the challenge here? It may as well just be the eat a can of beans and imitate a whoopee cushion challenge. There is no challenge here.
That's Kardashian level right there.
In order for it to be a challenge, there has to be some perceived danger or mystery involved. Like some of these challenges.
Uh-oh.
Which I do not condone or advise anybody attempt to do.
Watching Big Brother.
This is not good. This is not good.
Some of these are so heinous, I will not be explaining them. You'll have to use your own imagination.
Oh, boy. So this is my show next week. Huh?
The 150-year-old sketchy barn roof challenge.
I don't get that one.
You go up on a barn roof and you jump on it. See what'll happen.
Oh, I can already tell you that one.
Yeah.
Been there, done that?
I knew Kathy'd get that one. The 4-cylinder versus 8-cylinder exhaust hose challenge.
Got that one.
Yeah, some of these are morbid.
Yeah.
The is it 110 or 220 volts open electrical box challenge.
Oh, good one. Oh, I like that one.
It's not about the voltage.
Shocking.
The is it acetone or grain alcohol challenge.
Oh, that one will ruin your morning.
The is that gray colored coal hot challenge.
That's an owie.
The bus station bathroom toilet seat licking challenge.
Oh, no.
That's pretty straightforward right there.
Oh, gag me.
The blindfolded popsicle or curling iron taste test challenge.
That's painful.
The wear Spake Me's hat on Jersey Street challenge. Jersey Street is now what Yucky Way became.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
I didn't want to say Yucky Way because I'd be corrected.
Yes. Jersey Street. Yeah.
Then I said that, and you're looking at me like I have two heads.
Right. Yeah. No, I got
All
you.
right.
No, we always look at you like that.
The cuddle.
Dan didn't say that.
The cuddle with a bear cub challenge.
Aw. So
Mama might
snuggly.
not be happy with her.
The is it rabbit or not daytime raccoon petting challenge.
Well, that's just stupid.
The get out of your car and threaten a cop challenge.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That one's taken too often, I think.
Yeah.
The does that gum on the sidewalk still have any flavor challenge?
Oh. Is it in a wrapper or not?
The how long can I keep my head in the oven challenge?
Gas or electric?
Does it really matter? The UV tanning bed, how long can you slumber challenge?
Oh. That's a trip to the hospital.
The is the filling hot pocket challenge. Like lava, baby.
Nuclear.
Every time you eat a Hot Pocket.
And to go along with that one, the eating pizza right out of the oven challenge.
Yep.
Say goodbye to the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of the roof of your mouth, the is it glass or rock candy challenge?
Oh.
Ugh.
That's a good one.
The is it sulfuric acid or water palm challenge?
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I might need some company to come over, Kathy.
I think you need more than company.
The how far can you put a dental tool up your nostril challenge?
Oh. Ow.
How do you think these things up? What is wrong with you?
I've got it.
We don't have time for that.
I've
This
got
show's only
it.
2 hours.
Where's Bob when we need him?
No therapy today.
The bird dropping berry identifying challenge. Yeah. Okay.
We see a lot of that.
It goes without saying that no one should attempt any of these challenges. They are very dangerous and could result in severe personal injury or death.
Especially that Hot Pocket one.
But if you do, make sure you have someone videotaping you and send me a copy. The world is full of dumbasses who eat detergent and snort condoms up their noses. I would like to think that my 23 listeners are smart enough to not attempt any of these suggestions. But getting back to the topic at hand, we need a new viral challenge. Not this lame 10-year car alarm challenge. Something like the Ice Bucket Challenge, which turned into a fundraising opportunity for many needy cases. I have a film crew, a radio program, and I'm good with social media. If you can come up with something, let me know. Let's pay our bills. We'll be back right after this.
phone and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at xfinity.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Wednesday mornings start off right from 6 to 8 a.m. with Tina Gorman and Wake Up Wednesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
8:24, and if I just sit here for a minute, or not even a minute, a second or two, it'll be 8:24 and a half.
Nailed it.
That's something I've been doing for 4.5 years. I can't stop doing that.
Yeah.
Obsessive compulsive.
Now I know.
It's his trademark.
Now I know that Bob isn't here, but I have to do it anyway.
Oh, no.
And now it's time for therapy with Bob Plass.
Oh, no.
Hey, Pete.
What's going on, Ken?
I think I might have scared Bob away with this hat. I feel really bad.
Is that why he's under the weather?
I need to be therapized. I think that's why he's not here.
Oh, no.
Because of the hat.
Well, come on in and have a seat.
We'll take care of you.
Oh, indeed we will.
Have a seat, Ken. Tell me what's the matter this morning.
I think Bob is terrified of the hat, and he just doesn't want to come in here anymore.
That's not good. How does that make you feel, Ken?
It makes me feel horrible.
Oh, really?
I feel bad. I'm crushed.
So he puts the hat on
So I put the hat on again.
Again.
Just to make yourself feel good?
Yeah, just so that people know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And in case my father is listening, he knows about this hat.
Yes.
For my birthday the other week, he gave me a Making America Greater t-shirt to go along with the hat.
Oh, no.
Now that's funny.
Yeah, now wearing the two together, I mean, I'll need one more thing to make it a trifecta.
You could cause a riot.
You know,
Do we
would that
dare
be-
ask what the one more thing is?
I don't know yet.
The
Oh,
bestest
good.
America ever.
I don't know. A walking cane with Liz Warren's head on the top of it. I don't know. Like a bobblehead, not a real head. Come
We're
on.
going to.
Yeah, a bobblehead version.
Yeah.
Kind of like they have the cane toppers.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
You could do it as a walking stick, though. It'd be more her style.
Okay, moving on.
I got a peace pipe with her on it.
in?
Her head for the bowl
Carved in?
of a peace pipe.
It is legal in this state now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going down. I'm not talking about smoking that. I'm just talking about it being a peace pipe.
Oh, okay. All right. Bubbles?
I got nothing, Dan. How about you?
Here it
I
comes.
got nothing.
All right, so this therapy is not working. So
You noticed.
I'm actually utilizing Comcast cable at my house right now for video delivery. So I'm getting channel 15 every morning without having to go to westfieldtv.org. And I've been watching you, Pete.
Yes.
And I've come up with a brand new WSKB drinking game.
Oh, no.
Oh boy. Here's a challenge. You found your challenge.
You know how these drinking games work, like the Star Trek drinking game. All right, every time Picard says "make it so," you take a drink, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I've got a good one, and it happened twice already here, just during break.
Oh.
We weren't even on air. Every time Peter Coles says, "My girlfriend," you take a drink.
We'll be drunk. Every one of us within the hour.
How do you like that one, Pete?
Sure. Why not?
I just picked up. I'm like, geez, I'm hearing the same thing a lot. So that's our new WSKB drinking game. And we record and post up to YouTube. So some Friday night,
Yeah.
you want to open up a box of wine or a natty or something.
With my girlfriend?
Yep. There you go. Just play an episode of WSKB, and every time Pete says "my girlfriend," you slam a drink.
Who would you most likely play with, Pete?
My girlfriend.
Yeah, all right.
There you go. And that's one down.
At least Dan's going with the program this morning.
He knows how to play the game.
Exactly. Yes, I know.
8:29. After the break, we will be talking with Mr. Librarian himself, Dan Paquette.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
There she is, the wealthiest heiress in all of Newport. The holy grail for guys like us. Who is she? That's Margaret Woolworth Carrington von Schumacher Chanel Astor Livingston Comte de Saint-Exupéry Mountbatten Windsor Armani Roosevelt von Trapp Wickenham Hearst Montgomery Rothschild Johnson & Johnson Twillsworth Dolce Gabbana von Zweig Second Montgomery De La Roche Geico Vanderbilt Lannister Van Buren Butterworth How I Met Your Mother Wrigley Louise Dreyfus Ludwig Morgan Stanley Dumont Lamborghini Forbes Higby Winthrop Chanel Remy Martin Fitzwilliam Kennedy Motel 6 Fairchild Brooke Pritzker Davenport Von Stolen Monty Python Ellisworth Aston Martin Haverbrook Ziff Lauder Hilton DuPont, Kincaid, Winslow, Coors, Oviatt, Marlboro, Pembroke, Huffington, Bush, Mellon, Sinclair, Mellencamp, Starbucks, Van Dyke, Third, Montgomery, Marriott, Barrington, Chadsworth, Big League Chew, Chesterfield, Kensington, Booth, Bishop, Longbottom, Nottingham, Meisterburger, Burgermeister, Tudor, Habsburg, Rockefeller, Onassis. My God! You mean the heir to the Woolworth, Carrington, von Schumacher, Chanel, Astor, Livingston, Comte de Saint-Exupéry, Mountbatten, Windsor, Armani, Roosevelt, von Trapp, Wickenham, Hearst, Montgomery, Rothschild, Johnson & Johnson, Twillsworth, Dolce Gabbana, von Zweig, Second Montgomery, De La Roche, Geico, Vanderbilt, Lannister, Van Buren, Butterworth, How I Met Your Mother, Wrigley, Louise Dreyfus, Ludwig Morgan Stanley, Dumont, Lamborghini, Forbes, Higby, Winthrop, Chanel, Remy Martin, Fitzwilliam, Kennedy, Motel 6, Fairchild, Brooke Pritzker, Davenport, Von Stolen, Monty Python, Ellisworth, Aston Martin, Haverbrook, Ziff Lauder, Hilton, DuPont, Kincaid, Winslow, Coors, Oviatt, Marlboro, Pembroke, Huffington, Bush, Mellon, Sinclair, Mellencamp, Starbucks, Van Dyke, Third, Montgomery, Marriott, Barrington, Chadsworth, Big League Chew, Chesterfield, Kensington, Booth, Bishop, Longbottom, Nottingham, Meisterburger, Burgermeister, Tudor, Habsburg, Rockefeller, Onassis, Fortune? Exactly. She goes by Pip. Pip? Pip.
8:35 and a half, Kathy. They refer to her as Pip.
Pip. And you wonder,
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
when you hear the second one go on and on and on, you have to wonder, did he miss anybody?
I know. You were listening. Did he?
I don't know.
He certainly got Motel 6.
The Motel 6. I love the Motel 6.
And Miss Butterworth.
Of course, that's Seth MacFarlane.
And Seth MacFarlane.
And Seth MacFarlane doing that.
I wonder how many takes were on that just that piece.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that is a long one with not much of air brakes either. You know,
right.
Going and going and going.
And the thing, he's the type of person, you see it just by looking at him, he cracks himself up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd love to see the outtakes for the Orville.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
There's got to be an outtake reel somewhere.
They
Or
can
he
make
should
a whole
put
other
one.
show of just the outtakes of the Orville.
He should do one after season 2. They should do an outtake reel because it'd be so funny.
Yeah, you know what?
Because I guarantee they ad-lib some of that show.
The Orville is so hip, even Kathy watches it.
Oh, I watch it. Yeah.
Did you say it's so Pip? No.
But you know what? I found out something. Somebody was talking. I was watching something, and they were talking about the Star Trek universe and the CBS show. And they said that all the people that did Next Generation, or a lot of them, are doing the Orville, including something that CBS doesn't have, a science consultant.
Whoa.
To make sure the science is right in the show.
Interesting.
That's a big step because Star Trek is very not sciencey in a lot of places.
Well, they predicted a lot of things. Cell phones,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, transporters even. We have particle accelerators.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they've done quark transportation, too, in the quark level.
Mm-hmm.
They've done that.
It's quirky.
But they've done particles that they can move across space.
Yeah.
No.
It's cool stuff.
You were talking about the Star Trek universe.
Yes.
I'm probably the only one in here who watches the Star Trek Discovery on CBS All Access.
Yeah, the problem is it's not. It's just so many inconsistencies. It's not real.
There are inconsistencies in the timeline. You know, one thing. You know,
not even the timeline, just the science.
I mean, you have to distance yourself from it in some ways.
You have to use your imagination. That the series from 66 to 69, that's high tech. Okay, it doesn't look it, and it's quirky and funny, but that was high tech. I mean, you know, just because
not
it looks
holographic
different.
Displays, they didn't have things like that, and this was supposed to be earlier than them.
Yeah, 10 years earlier. But if they made it if they made it light, I don't think people would be watching it. I mean, if they made it less technical than the original series, I don't think there'd be a following. Like that project that was on YouTube.
Falling for the Orville.
Yeah. Well, I watched both.
I know, I
you
do
can
too.
do that. All right.
I'm not paying for CBS, that's all.
All right.
Yeah.
So
You get the Big Brother part of it, too, so you get value
that
for it.
Plus, there's something else on there now. But I just wanted to mention with the Discovery, okay? Yeah, there's some things on the timeline, like Harry Mudd and Tribbles shows up in the first season. No.
That's trouble.
That is trouble. I see what you did there, Dan.
Bad, Dan.
And you know what this is all about? It's about merchandising. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Making the money outside the shows is where they make the money now.
now what's really cool with this season 2, Captain Christopher Pike became the captain of Discovery.
Yeah, they needed the character to rescue the show.
They took him away from Enterprise for his experience. And it was just on the last episode last week I watched up. 3 times they've referenced Talos 4. And those of us who know the original series are familiar with both the episode The Cage and the Menagerie Parts 1 and Part 2. Mm-hmm. All right?
The pilot and the second pilot.
Yeah. and this had a young Spock. And there's a young Spock in the Star Trek Discovery episode 2, but and he's friends with Christopher Pike. They know each other, and they're both young. Just like the original series, and they're just learning about Talos 4, and this is when they come up with, well, geez, you're not allowed to go there. If you go there, that's the only penalty of death the Federation has. You can't go to Talos 4, and they're having a time travel situation.
See, again.
And you know the next
making my point.
The next generation had time travel stuff too. All right,
I understand.
The original
on
series,
the holodeck.
The original series movies had it, but what I'm getting at is, and it was really cool when I saw this. He had to go to a Klingon monk in order to get a time crystal. But in order to accept the time crystal, he had to accept his future and fate. So he agrees to that. And all of a sudden, Christopher Pike is looking at him burning up on a ship. And next thing you know, he's wheeling around in that wheelchair from the original series. I'm like, wow, that was cool. So now Christopher Pike knows that's going to happen to him. He made a sacrifice for others. And
yeah, but if it's not in the script, it'll change it.
Exactly.
But also on CBS,
Exactly.
That's part of Doctor Who.
Also CBS All Access out now, and I watched the first episode last week. Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I heard they were bringing that back too.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Another retread. Come up with something new, please. Thank you.
How was it? It was okay.
It was okay. Yeah. Yeah,
What was the episode?
definitely better than Dancing with the Stars. So the first episode of the Twilight Zone had I can't think of the guy's name. He was one of the technicians on that show Silicon Valley. He's the Indian guy.
I don't watch that.
So it was that. Tracy Morgan was on it.
Okay.
Jordan Peele plays Rod Sterling.
And I heard they were bringing him in for that. He's pretty.
Interesting.
He fits the mold.
Yeah. And this particular episode, there was a comedian who just sucked, and Tracy Morgan gives him a mystical power, but he doesn't realize it until things start to happen. And what happens is the comedian would find somebody to pick on and call them out by name on stage, and he would get laughs that way, and he become very popular. But every person he named and picked on,
Yeah.
poof, never happened. They just never existed. And after 3 or 4,
That's cool.
And after 3 or 4
that's
times, he's starting to realize this. And now he's looking on the internet and writing down names for people to take out. And then it gets really strange, of course, at the end because it's a Twilight Zone. But I think because it's dealing with comedy, you know,
Right.
you might want to
Yeah, I'll check it out.
try to check an episode.
I'm still not going to
out.
buy CBS All Access.
You know, it's like I think I'm spending $4 a month or something like that.
Yeah, now they want like 9. Everybody's going up in their prices, by the way. I just saw Netflix and Hulu went up on their prices.
Yeah, you see, I don't subscribe
Netflix
to
was a
any of
little
that.
while ago, right? At the beginning
No,
of
they
the
went
year
up
or
again this
something, or-
month.
Did they? Again this month? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep.
Yeah, I only subscribe to the Comcast and the CBS now. I don't do the Netflix or the Amazon or. Yeah, I'm missing out on some shows. Like
Amazon. Well, Amazon comes with my Prime membership, so that comes with.
Right.
So I don't order enough to make Prime worthwhile.
Oh,
I
we
do.
We do.
Yeah.
How
do.
about anyone else at the house order any stuff
Yeah.
from Amazon? Never mind.
My girlfriend.
Take another slug.
You know what?
It'd been too long.
I will do it. I will do it.
I got one of both, a ding and a buzzer.
You're moving
All
up,
depends
Dan.
on
You're moving
all
up.
depends on your point of view.
You know, I noticed him saying that whilst I was showering and everything this morning to get ready to go out. Yes, I have a television in my bathroom. Okay. And then I get in the car, and I hear him say it again. I'm like, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Oh, you know what? Let's do, a drinking game.
Yeah.
Out of that.
I hadn't noticed, but I mean, you shouldn't give the man a hard time for finding love. It's difficult to find love in this world.
Yeah.
I back in my corporate days, I used to have a district manager whose line was, oh, geez, it won't come to me now, which is probably a good thing. And his name was Pete, too, actually, come to think about it. And his nickname, it's all coming back to me. Pete, I think Pete Donahue was his name. And the fact of the matter is, okay, he'd start every other sentence off, oh, the whole fact of the matter is, and us other managers gave him the name Pete Repeat.
I was a junior, so I never officially a junior on my birth certificate, but I was always repeat.
Yeah, repeat.
My dad was Pete, so
Repeat.
All right, so I killed off enough time where Bob Plass would just be talking nonsense.
And we were talking what that was so valuable?
It was the ABC All Access sales pitch that apparently didn't work because Pete still said he's not going to grab it.
I wasn't trying to pitch it.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a
CBS, by the way.
It's
CBS.
It's just amazeballs how the whole Talos 4 thing came up in the series, and then I was really impressed with the Twilight Zone.
I'm still pissed that Paramount lost all the rights in the Viacom split, and that was 30 years ago, 25 years ago.
and that caused a split in the timeline too.
That's what caused the movies to be different, because Paramount legally couldn't use the rights for merchandising without changing it by at least 25%. That's the whole thing. It's all about the merchandising.
And don't even get me started on Disney and Fox. I don't know.
Oh,
Disney and
no.
ABC.
Remember in
they just bought
Spaceballs,
Fox now.
they talked about it's all about the merchandising. That's what it is. It's all about the merchandising.
Yeah.
See, my girlfriend just sent me a message.
There we go. She's to
If you hear that sound, take a drink.
In the messages.
At least he's playing along with it.
In the messages, stop talking about me.
I'm going to be on the air.
Let's go to break before we hear from your girlfriend.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Westfield State University is now enrolling for their College for Kids program that runs this summer from July 8th through August 2nd. Classes are available for 4 weeks for students ages 5 through 15 in topics such as digital media, science, magic, cooking, and art. To register online for the courses, visit our website at www.westfield.ma.edu/CFK. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
8:53 on the nose, Kathy. Look at that.
You're working it today, buddy. You're working it.
Yeah, Ken Stomsky behind the microphone as I am each and every week. I'm about half an hour late saying this.
We noticed. We didn't want to say anything, but we know.
Yeah, I
marked it down.
I got onto a roll with
You did.
with those challenges, and I didn't stop.
We noticed.
I blame it on that extra dose of bupropion I took this morning.
Hard to look that one up.
I thought it was the drinking game.
Bupropion is Wellbutrin. It energizes your brain.
Gotcha. Look that one up too.
Yeah.
I need that. Get energized.
In front of the Radio Millennium Board, Peter Coles, Kitten of the Keys, Chairman Meow, the April at what? What are you?
I don't remember. It's okay.
The man behind the keys in April. That's
Kathy Palmer.
I'm here.
Side
I'm
chick
here.
extraordinaire.
I'm here.
You are here. Are you regretting that you are here right now?
No. I gotta tell you, you have my moo sound, and I've been trying to herd the cows without a border collie, and I am not a good border collie, and they know she wasn't there. They know she's gone. And I walk up to them, and I stand there, and I look at them, and I go, bark, bark.
Woof.
Yeah, woof. And they turn
They
around.
look at you funny?
They do. They just turn around and look at me like, yeah, and they stand there. They do nothing.
just chewing their grass.
Oh, my God, it's terrible.
We need to get Kathy a megaphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the lines from a show on Nickelodeon when I was a kid, the show was "You Can't Do That on Television."
I love that show.
Okay,
geez.
and one where there was a Barth's Barth's burgers, all right, and they would call him Barfy. They go, hey Barf, get me a burger, and Barf would go, it's Barth. It's Barth. And the kids would go, yeah, Barth, woof, whatever. And then what Kathy just said just reminded me of how every week on that episode, they'd be, okay, Barfy, woof, whatever. Alanis Morissette came from that show.
Did she? I didn't realize that. I remember the show, and I remember Alanis Morissette.
Go ahead and Google it on the interweb. Alanis Morissette, You Can't Do That on Television. Actually, I think
I'll let him do it. Yeah.
I think my librarian is because you're a little too busy with your phone and your girlfriend there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, does it count if you say it?
Oh, that's a good question. You never defined that in the rules of the game.
There you go.
Because you just said it.
Mm-hmm.
I had something that I used during a broadcast, or actually a taping the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to use it right now.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
That's pouring the drink.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'll have one to shoot next time you say my girlfriend.
Okay.
Can only Pete say that, or can anyone say that?
You came up with the game.
Yeah. I mean, the way you said it originally was whenever Pete said it, so I've been taking the opportunity to try and force him to say it as much as possible.
You know, that'd be more fun, getting him to force it out of him.
Having him drop it in conversation.
Hey, Pete, who are you texting on your phone right there?
I'm telling my girlfriend about your game. That's a winner. Winner, chicken
Your
dinner.
liver can thank us later.
All right, so did you happen to find anything for...
She was on You Can't Do That. You Can't Do That on television?
Yeah.
Yeah, and...
originally, it was a Canadian TV show,
right,
anyways.
It was, yeah. And
but there's pictures of her on the set, out on the interweb, and you're like, really? That was Alanis Morissette.
Yeah. Didn't realize in her tween years that's what she was doing.
Yeah, I just taught our librarian something. You know, I want to go over a couple of books.
She looks very angsty in this video.
Very useful.
Oh, yeah.
That's a tween.
That's a tween. Very angsty.
And I'm not even going to get into these books until after the top of the hour, because you know we're like 2 minutes away.
Okay.
I mean, I've already flushed the last half hour down. See what happens when Bob doesn't show up. And Kathy,
you go on nearly on time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're saying it's moving less smoothly than when Bob's here?
You know, we never really talk much about anything when he's here anyway. He always gets off topic.
Really?
You know,
we hadn't noticed.
You know, we start talking about books, and then...
Stop.
Then we start talking about how he likes to massage colons.
He's never going to live that one down.
Please don't remind me.
We had almost forgotten that.
I am not going to let anyone forget about Bob and his massaging colons.
It's now part of the pantheon that is Ken's Den.
Yeah, that was born on Ken's Den. The whole massaging of the colon.
I was here that day.
I feel bad for you. I'm sorry about that, Dan.
I'm still, having PTSD of that day.
You know what? It's close enough to the top of the hour, Pete. When you're done chatting with your girlfriend there, why don't you bring us into a break?
Well, why don't I cue up the song, you don't
have anything keyed up.
Well, I don't have your song keyed up. Hold on. Give me about 5 seconds.
You know what? 3, 4,
5.
Yep.
6.
Okay.
No, not yet.
8, 64.
You see now, I'm going to teach you about the 6 P's.
Okay.
Okay.
And they are?
You might have heard of these before.
Okay.
Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance.
No.
So if he hadn't been talking to my girlfriend...
Wait, no.
He would have had something queued up, right?
Yeah.
So therefore,
Right.
I remind you now of the 6 P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance.
There you go.
You like that, Kathy?
You get a black mark for that. That must mean we have to drink again somewhere. I don't know. It's got to have a meaning.
When I get home to my girlfriend later,
I was just gonna.
We'll make it up.
9 o'clock on the nose, WSKB 89.5 FM Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Noble Hospital, a brand new name for a Westfield institution which is improving the health of our community every day with quality and compassion. Noble Hospital and Bay State Health, better together.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. That's what you'll find on Ken's Den, Tuesdays from 8 till 10.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
This waitress is prettier than my wife. I could kill my family with a knife. We'll sail around the world by ship. I'll give my whole wad as a tip. But first I'll kill my family with a knife.
Yes, he's gonna kill his family with a knife.
Irregardless of this waitress, I will kill them with a knife.
Hold it, stop the tape. You gonna fart in this airtight booth all night?
It wasn't me.
We're the only two people in here. Hey, Bobby, can you play back Peter's track?
This waitress is prettier than my wife. Oh, thank God.
Come on, guys. You've been bickering all night.
Oh, God.
9:05 and a half.
Giggity.
Is that a warning as to what's going to happen in the studio right now? Is someone gonna
Put on your personal protection gear.
You know, I don't think in the 4.5 years I've been doing this, I've let one fly in here. I know Pete has.
Oh,
Are we really discussing this?
I'm polite. That's all I'm trying to get at here.
No, New Year's Eve you did.
Did I?
Because you had the pizza.
Oh, yes. Yes. It was probably immediately after having it,
And we
too.
turned on the fan.
Yes. Okay.
And it helped.
I'm sorry about that.
Sure, circulate that around. Share
Just break it up.
Yep. So, this is...
disperse those air particles.
Dissipating. Yeah.
This is Ken's Den. Ken Stomsky behind the microphone.
I'm pretty sure they know that if they've heard anything today.
And I guess officially I want to say to you, Pete, we all know you have a girlfriend now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now that that's been cleared up.
Yep.
Yeah, now that that's...
We were concerned. We weren't sure.
We just needed to make sure on that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Book 'em, Dano.
Here's Dan Paquette, Westfield Athenaeum's Executive Director. Book 'em, Dano.
89.5 WSKB.
When she finally meets me, she's going to kick my ass.
all this time of girlfriend talk, I keep thinking of like Rodney Dangerfield, like don't be like, oh, this blah blah blah, my girlfriend. Just don't tell my wife or something.
Yeah, right. I thought it's all right now, but last week it was rough shape. Yeah. I get no respect. Dan Paquette, the executive director of the Athenaeum.
Yeah. Hi.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me again.
All right. Ready to start to get to something useful?
Well, it would be a change of pace for us, but let's try.
Right. So, last time you were in, you were checking out books that you might have. Mm-hmm. And, I did my research because that's the type of person I am.
Yeah.
I actually have things from the Westport Library, but I have the entire 2018 fiction New York Times and 2018 nonfiction from New York Times. Every single one that made the list.
Every single book that made the list.
Yeah, so I have this to pull from.
Great.
But I'm not going to use it right now.
We don't care.
Putting that in my pocket for another time.
I happen to have something from, what magazine is this one? Oh, the Rachel Ray
Whatever was in the doctor's office that I ripped this page out of.
I subscribe
He does subscribe to magazines.
I subscribe to
Yeah, you do.
9, 10 magazines.
Yeah.
And they're all over the place. Entertainment Weekly, TV Guide, the Bon Appetit, Food Network, Rachel Ray, Women's Day. I mean, just to get any type of article or something to talk about. And in this particular issue of the Rachel Ray magazine, they were going over
Yeah.
Some sustainable cooking guides.
Well, I like where this is headed.
And they mention 4 of them.
Okay.
And but before I even bring these up to Chef next time I have them in, I want to know if the library's stocking them. Now, one of them is called Solo, a modern cookbook for a party of 1.
Ooh, that'd be good.
All right, and that's by someone called Anita Lowe. And the bio under it is I'm fanatical about waste, writes Anita Lowe in her second cookbook. Waste is what makes cooking for 1, at least efficiently, so difficult. The chef behind New York City's Michelin-starred Anissa makes solo cooking easy with candid stories, fun illustrations, and cool recipes that come with handy don't waste it tips. For example, use leftover coconut milk from her Thai white curry recipe to sauce caramelized bananas for dessert.
Well,
now that I teased it.
Yeah. We don't own a copy, but there are 25 copies in the CW Mars network, so we can order it for you. There's no current hold, so there's libraries that have it on their shelves now, so it'd probably just be 2 or 3 days before you get it.
Now how do these books...
Is that a digital book too?
I didn't see it pop up. Let me go back to the main list.
Because digital book, you get it right away.
It does not show up as, at least that we'd have
not
it,
yet.
like through Overdrive.
So how do these books that you quote unquote order from another location on CW Mars miraculously just show up at your location or our location?
Well, it's Corky. Never mind. That's a callback. There's a company that we contract with. Well, not we personally. The state, the Massachusetts library system pays for delivery, so it goes from every library in Massachusetts on a schedule, and so they'll pick up books that are ordered by, say, someone in Westfield. They'll pick it up in Northampton.
So it's a courier service.
Yeah, it's a courier service, and they sort them. So then they'll pack up all the boxes with the Westfield stuff, and then bring it to us. We give you a call when it gets there, and then you return it to us, and we send it back through that system, and it goes back to Northampton. So you never have to go to all these libraries, and but you can access all the collections and everything.
That's pretty convenient.
It is super convenient. It's a challenge right now. There, the funding on that, because a lot of those drivers and the folks in the sorting center are minimum wage employees, but so the minimum wage went up. And so the costs of this are skyrocketing.
Big surprise.
And, so, the budget...
Didn't we say that?
The budget in the state did not match
Yeah.
that. So we're trying to increase state funding to continue to offer this service, because it's vital to people in the community who want to read things that not every library can own.
Well, maybe the service goes away and people miss it, and they realize that they shouldn't have raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour.
How long have you been doing this service?
Oh, it's as long as I've been in libraries. So starting at least in 2000.
Decade,
I mean, in 2000 they were doing it.
Excellent.
It's grown exponentially with how many people now know the service and are using it and taking advantage of that.
Excellent. So how many people would you say roughly?
Well, I could find the statistics, but we shipped and received, I think, something like 25,000 items last year.
Wow.
But it also helps that
back and forth from libraries for just Westfield.
It also helps that your libraries don't have to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, that you can spread the newer books out between libraries and they can move around the system too.
Somewhat. So people still, one of the tricky parts of library service is the weeding and the space, because you have a limited amount of square footage. And so, people also want things at your library and to have the latest and greatest, so you're still trying to collect those. But then the older books, which is a lot of what people use the ILL service for too, because that's when everyone's getting rid of stuff. So you're finding who still has a copy of this, book published in 1950 or something like that. So
interesting.
It is both for, being able to manage your collections in a smarter way, where you don't have to keep everything anymore, but also making sure you have stuff that's really popular on your shelves.
Yep.
Now, do we have things in our library, excuse me, that are in demand to ship out to other libraries?
Yeah, like I said, we receive about 25,000 items a year, and then we send out about 25,000 items a year. We send out a little bit less than we receive, but they're both very close in that 25,000.
Well, I think that's admirable for our Athenaeum. I think that bodes well for us.
I think so. I think we circulate hundreds of thousands of items per year, but these are all items that either people would have had to wait longer if they're just waiting for our copies, or that we just didn't have. So they're getting information that they couldn't get otherwise without that service.
Now, eventually, our library is going to decline in size with more and more books going straight to digital, things like that?
A lot of libraries are still getting larger because they're providing more additional spaces for meetings and other use, and flexible spaces that can be repurposed for whatever. If you're having a speaker or you're having an event, you can shift things around. A lot of libraries are putting their shelving on wheels, so you can really open up your spaces or reconfigure or do something different as the needs of libraries change over the time.
Excellent.
And you can get up on top of those shelves after you close and get pushed around the library and play go-kart if you want, right?
That's what the book carts are for. I'm not going to say I've ever done that, but I've done that.
Going on to 9:15 in the morning. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll see if we have more of these cookbooks in the system.
Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours.
One of our underwriters here at WSKB's Community Radio is Carson Center for Health and Human Services, a nonprofit organization located at 20 Broad Street in Westfield. They provided behavioral health and rehabilitation services in communities throughout Western Massachusetts since 1963. There are services for children, adolescents, adults, families, and couples. You can find them on the web at carsoncenter.org or at 413-572-4132.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-4132. 8646. Friday mornings is something different on 89.5 FM. It's JP's Talk About Town.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University. This is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Hey, Brian, can I have some wheat thins?
What?
Can I have some wheat thins?
They're wheat thins.
That's what I said, wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying wheat thins.
Say wheat.
Wheat.
Now say wheat thins.
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 No, you can't have any.
Have any what? Have any wheat thins?
It's wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Wheat thins.
Can I be in your commercial?
No, it's our thing. We're doing it.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Thank you, Pete Mix-a-Lot.
And don't they do that with something else another time?
Okay, you're going to get me going now?
No, I didn't mean to say it.
You did this.
Dan. Do you realize what door you just opened, Dan?
Pandora's box.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's going to be under F or under C or if it's even in this collection.
I apologize to the listening public and Pete's girlfriend.
Yeah. You know what? You're talking about this one.
Ooh, you got some pie, eh? Can I have a piece? Sure. Ooh, let me have some of that Cool Whip. What'd you say? You can't have a pie without Cool Whip. Cool Whip? Cool Whip, yeah. You mean Cool Whip? Yeah, Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H? What are you talking about? I'm just saying it. Cool Whip. You put Cool Whip on pie. Pie tastes better with Cool Whip. Say whip. Whip. Now say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. You're eating hair.
A few weeks ago, he started that again, and he said whip or something, with the WH for the whoop. Yeah. And Brian just looks at him and goes, no. Yeah, that's what I love about that show. They keep going back to something now and then, and it makes it...
Your little nuggets of callbacks.
Yeah, reference, yeah.
So, getting back to Rachel Ray.
Please, yes. Please.
We're going over cookbooks that deal with food waste and how to be sustainable. And we're finding out if they're in the Mars system or
CW Mars,
even down at the library. This one is called Cooking with Scraps. Turn your peels, cores, rinds, and stems into delicious meals. By Lindsay Jean Hard.
It's a hard one.
All right.
Yep.
And now in this collection of recipes from her Food 52 column, Hard shows to celebrate every part of an ingredient, from beet greens to bacon ends. Recipes and tips are broken down by individual item. So whatever you may find yourself guilty of tossing out, coffee grinds, fennel stems, she has got your solve.
Wow.
Do you have it?
We don't own it at the Westfield Athenaeum, but again, you can get it through the system. There's 16 copies available.
Oh, wow.
At one of the nearly 150 Western Massachusetts